In this video, I'll show you how to generate a record URL for a specific app. So I have this model driven app over here, and this is a table which is getting rendered airlines. This is a list of all the airlines I have. Now, if I go into one of the records, so if I go into Delta and if I copy the URL, so let me copy the URL. Now here, if I copy the URL, I can see that the URL is comprised of these many information. So first one is like your environment, the CRM environment URL, and then there is main.aspx and then question mark and then app ID equal to something. So this is the dynamic component. So this is like the ID of the app ID, and then you have a query string. So ampersand page type equal to entity record ampersand etn equal to gcorp underscore airlines and ID equal to this. So this one is the record ID. So this is the record ID. This one is the app ID. So we need to extract the app ID and the record ID. And also there is a entity name. So gcorp underscore airline. So this is the table name. Okay. So these are the dynamic component which you can generate, and you can store it in a variable or some link. Now why do you want to do all this thing is because, say, take for example, if you have a application need whereby if a record needs to be sent to a user, so that a user can click on the direct link rather than navigating through the app, they can directly click on that hyperlink, they can navigate to that specific record. So if I copy this URL and if I paste it as an end user, I will be navigated to that specific record. Okay. And that's how you can land in that specific record. So how do we go ahead and simulate this? Okay. So first thing what we can do is like you can go into, I'll just use a Cloudflow, instant Cloudflow, to generate the URL. And here I will show you how to generate URL. So I may hard code some of the value, but again, depending on your requirement, you can uh, make it more dynamic. So let me use a compose action. So I'll use a compose action and I'll put some value, click on save. And once it is saved, I will just go back. So generate URL as a flow. So I'll just open this flow now. Now in this flow, what we need to do is first we need to extract some of the component. Now, how do we go ahead and do that? So in order to do that, first thing you need to make use of a Dataverse connector. So I'll make use of a Dataverse connector named as list rows. Okay. Now, if you go to list rows, now here you will see a table. Okay, so there is a table in the backend. So we have a table in the backend named as model driven app. Now, if I search for model driven apps, I will not find a table named as model driven apps over here. However, when you iterate through Power Automate, you should see that table here. So there is a table called as model driven app. Now this table was not visible. Okay. Now here I will just iterate through this list row and then I will process this component. Okay. So I'm just I will say, oh, let me just find, let me give say 100 row count, and that's it. I'll just publish this information and run this. Now, what does this list row does is it will list down all the model driven app in your environment. Okay. So let me cancel this off. Let me go back. Let me edit this again. Publish. And now I have successfully executed this flow. So as you see in the output over here, it has given me a JSON. So I'm gonna open this JSON in a JSON grid desktop, and this will list down all the apps. So there are 8 apps, and that's why I can see 8 information over here. So if I say show table in full, I should be able to see all the app information. So I have got 8 apps, and that's why it is showing me this information. So this is a column which shows the name of the app, the description of the app. So that is an app description. So similarly, if you see the filtering capability over here, so if I select the columns, now there is a column named as unique name. So if I select this unique name, then as you see over here, this unique name. So let me select choose columns. So this is a unique name of the app. Now the app which I was talking about is G Corp underscore World Airlines Management System. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make use of this particular internal name. Now, if I go into the code, let me edit this code. Let me go into the new designer. And from here, I will say only list down the app which has a unique name equal this one. Okay, so then this will list down the app name. So what I'm doing is like I'm making it dynamic. So I just want the URL for that specific app only. Now in the compose, what I'm going to do, I'm going to form a URL. Now in order to form a URL, you may need to make use of a compose action, because that will actually concatenate all this information. So concat, now what do you want to concat? So we need to concat a lot of things. So if you see from this URL, you can even make this as dynamic, but for the sake of this example, I'm just gonna uh, copy this hard-coded value over here. So I'll just copy this hard-coded value, I'll tap, and then I will paste this value. And then we need to do something else as well. So I'll just close this. And now here, this is the ID we want. Okay, now this ID, how we are going to get that ID is just by taking the first item, and the name is unique name. Okay, so there is a unique name, there is a so there is a field called as app module ID. Now if you want to see the ID of this particular app, there is a field called as app module ID. Now I got an app module ID as well, so I'll just click on apply, and this, you see this app module ID. So this is D9A83. Now if you go into the notepad, you will see this D9A83, right? So I'm gonna take that value. Now this is all hard coded, so I'm gonna copy this as it is, and then I will come till here. So ID equal to, so in the flow, I'm gonna paste this value. And the one thing which we need to do is like we need to get the app ID. Now app ID, let's use another compose from here, and let's call this as app ID. So app ID, so how do you get the app ID? So we need to get the first item from this list row. Okay, so I'll just call this as list rows. I'll just remove the space, and I'll write an fx, and I'll call it as, I just want the first item of outputs. So I'll be writing a function basically, and then from here I'm gonna ask for the first of outputs of the list rows, body slash value, and the unique name. So how do you write this function is basically you read outputs of list rows, and what do you want from the outputs of the list row? Body slash value. And then what is the column name? Now, as I showed to you, the column name was the unique name. Okay, so I'll just put a question mark, and this will become unique name. Now this is, so list rows is going to give you a lot of things, but we just want the first item out of it, because anyways we have put a filter around to extract this value from that specific record. So I'll say first of output of this. So I got an app ID over here. So in the concat over here, instead of this app ID equal to, you are gonna use, so I'll just remove couple of column, and I'll take outputs of app ID. So this is how you get the app ID. Now, if you want to get the ID, so the ID is you're going to get from, there is something called as app module ID. So let me show that thing. So this ID, the ID which is over here, 208BA90. So how do you get this ID? Now this is the record ID. Now this record ID, so as you see over here, this is basically the record ID. Now how do you get the record ID? Getting record ID is simple. So I just want 208BA. Now for that, you just need to get it from your say trigger. Now anyways we are using manually trigger a flow, but then once you use it using a Dataverse update or add as a triggering point, at that time you will get that ID. Now in my case I'm just going to hard code this, but in your case you can get this information once you make this trigger uh, for a Dataverse modified or added. And once this is all done, you can concatenate all this value. So what essentially we have done, we have crafted a URL for a specific app and for a specific record. Now there are a couple of things we have hard coded, like this one. So if you see over here, this is the basically the environment URL. Now here, if you want to take this code and then ship into UAT environment, then this will change. So maybe you can use different functions to generate this, but in my case I can generate this using an environment variable. So I'll create an environment variable which will call as dev environment variable, and then copy this particular piece of code. And then for UAT I will just replace, instead of dev I'll just call it as UAT. So this is how you can make it dynamic. Now in the current example we have extracted this dynamic component, which is the app ID and the record ID. Okay, and then we crafted this URL. So in a nutshell, we craft this URL, and then this URL can be either presented to the user, or say, take for example, if you are performing any action on this specific record, then you can send an email to the end user, and the end user will get a URL for that specific record set, so that the user can directly navigate to the record set and perform the operation. So this is how you basically craft a URL in a model driven app. Thanks for watching.